Every day, founders, investors, leaders, and professionals are drowning in a sea of lies and broken promises. Imagine spending hours, days, even weeks vetting someone's resume, only to discover later that their credentials were fake, their experience exaggerated, their whole background a carefully crafted illusion. That sinking feeling in the pit of your stomach, that's frustration. That's anger building up because every lie costs you time, money, reputation, sometimes your entire business. It's not just a small annoyance, it's a cancer eating away at the core of trust and integrity in hiring, in investing, in building teams that shape the future. You know this pain well. You know how costly bad hires are, how every fake degree, every forged certificate chips away at your confidence that the world is fair, that your decisions matter. You have this growing suspicion that the systems meant to help, background checks, reference calls, interviews, are outdated relics. They're slow, vulnerable, and manipulated by those who know how to play the game better than you. You are stuck between wanting to trust human potential and knowing that humans can lie, cheat, and undermine everything you're trying so hard to build. Now, what if the solution lies not in more interviews, not in more references, but in a system so powerful, so transparent, so unbreakable that it could make resume fraud a thing of the past, not in theory, but in reality? What if blockchain technology, this buzzword cloaked in mystery, could be your sharpest weapon against deception? Not just a hype, but a real tool to verify credentials in a way that cannot be hacked, manipulated, or faked? Here's the truth. The floor is yours if you dare to seize it. Blockchain works because it's a decentralized ledger, a system that records information across millions of computers, impossible to alter without everyone knowing. But don't fall into the trap of thinking this is some future fantasy or a tech geek's playground. What that means for you is straightforward. Instead of spending endless hours manually chasing down certificates and references, you can tap into a network where educational institutions, employers, certifying bodies upload verified credentials directly onto the blockchain. Each piece of information linked securely to the individual, instantly accessible and impossible to fake. This is the front line of human resources revolution. Founders and investors who harness this today will not only protect themselves from fraud, but will build teams of unmatched caliber, because with every verified hiring decision comes confidence, speed, and clarity. No more guesswork, no more costly mistakes. Just raw, verified merit. Here's the secret. Many don't realize. Blockchain verification is not just about stopping liars. It's about empowering the rare talents who actually have the skills and deserve the spotlight. So many brilliant minds are drowned out because the system cannot prove their worth fast enough or clearly enough. With verified credentials on blockchain, the playing field tilts back in favor of truth and real ability, and real. And that's not just good for hiring, it's good for the future of your company, for your investors hungry for assurance that their capital is safe, and for every leader who's tired of mediocrity masquerading as excellence. But attention, this doesn't happen by magic. If you want to lead this charge, start by demanding transparency from every candidate, every partner, every stakeholder. Require verifiable blockchain credentials as part of your hiring, investment, or partnership process. Get in the mindset that in 2024 and beyond, a resume handwritten or typed on a Word doc without blockchain proof is a risk you no longer accept. This is your frontline defense. Don't stop there. Push your HR teams, your recruitment processes, and your tech partners to integrate blockchain verification tools into your systems. Don't settle for third-party verifications done slowly and manually. The future is automation combined with blockchain's unbreakable truth. Your team should be able to check credentials in seconds, with no room for error, no need for doubt. You owe yourself that clarity. You owe your business that security. And what about culture? This change goes beyond technology. You are building a culture of radical honesty, of absolute trust in data, of dynamic meritocracy where power flows to those who truly earn it every day. This is the antithesis of the old systems rewarding connections over competence, status over skills. You are not just hiring people, You are building a movement of individuals bound not by superficial badges, but by verified proof of achievement and ability. Here's a little known fact. The investment community craves this too. Investors want to throw capital behind founders whose backgrounds and skills are authenticated, because every fake resume they uncover today is a red flag for mismanagement and risk. Position yourself as a forerunner who uses blockchain transparency to attract the sharpest funds and the most serious backers, because they know you don't tolerate anything less than the real deal. Remember, resistance will come. There will be critics who say this is too complex, too expensive, or too new. They are stuck in an old world where illusions still thrive. But you, the visionary founder, investor, or leader, know better. You understand that the future is built by those who rip down the smoke and mirrors, those who refuse to trade truth for comfort. This blockchain verification is not an option. It's your secret weapon to seize absolute freedom from the fraud that drains your energy and resources. So here is the call to action. Demand it everywhere. Require it from every educational institution, every training program, every certification body your team draws talent from. Push for collaboration. Push for open standards. Because the bigger this network becomes, the harder it is for fraud to survive. Build alliances with other leaders who share your vision. Connect with those who dare to dismantle the old assumptions and create new systems rooted in honesty, precision, and merit. This isn't just about technology. It's about justice in talent. It's about restoring the power of the individual in a fractured world. It's about shattering the chains of misplaced trust and rewarding what truly matters: competence, performance, and potential proven beyond doubt. For those who hear this and feel the fire inside, this is your moment. You are not bound by old flags or broken rules. You are an architect of a new reality, where your decisions are backed by truth, your teams diverse and powerful, and your business unstoppable. Embrace blockchain verification not as a future dream, but as today's imperative. With each verified credential, you strike a blow against deceit. With each smart hire, you move closer to the future you were born to build: free, fearless, and unbreakable. The era of resume fraud is ending. The era of transparent, unstoppable truth begins. Will you lead it, or be held hostage by the lies? The choice is yours, and it is urgent. Make no mistake. This is the battle for the soul of your business, your community, and your place in the world. Step into the future and own it.